Hey guys, Blessing here, and how are you all doing? How are you guys really doing? Well, I am doing well, and I am glad to be back here again as promised. I know it's been over a year since I addressed the nation, and I am really elated to be able to finally tell you guys that court case is over. Who won? Who lost? In this video, I am going to take you guys along in that journey of what happened since 2022 till now, 2024. This is about the legal suit, the lawsuit that I filed against Monica Ajala, known on Facebook as Big Man Wife. So for the newcomers or maybe the latecomers here, let me give you a summary just in case you haven't followed everything that has played out in the last year and a half. In the year 2022, there was a defamation case, a civil case based on utterances that were made falsely against me and my family that I had no other choice than to take legal action against because of the severity and the gravity of, the statements that were made. The first cease and desist letter that we sent out was done in October 2022. The first time we sat down in front of a judge was in November 2023, a year later. And the day the judge gave their final verdict, the final decision after hearing our case, was in February 2024. Again, the case started in October 2022, ended in February 2024. In this video, I am going to show you guys step by step what have we done in between that period, which letters were sent, to who we sent the letters. Let me just give you guys a sneak peek. We sent letters to not only the courthouse, we sent letters to Monica, apparently. We sent letters to Facebook, we sent letters to YouTube, we sent letters to translators, we sent letters to Deelwaarder. God, how do you call executionists? People, Deelwaarder. I'm going to check. I'm going to put it somewhere how you say that in English. But I think people who execute court judgments. So I want to show you in this video everything that we have done with screenshots, proof. I know you guys love social media has learned so much that show me evidence. Yeah, you're gonna see all of that in this video. I had actually intended for this video to be a live stream, but when I saw the magnitude of documents, pictures, screenshots that I would have to show in this video, I knew a live stream would not be doable. It would just be all over the place. It would be crazy. It would be just too much. Being live and then clicking on pictures, clicking screenshots. Okay, which one comes first? Reading comments, answering questions. And I just thought, okay, it would be disorganized and chaotic. So I decided to put everything together in this video that you're watching now. You're going to see everything. I'm going to try to explain basically and very concisely every step of the way from the moment of the cease and desist till the day the judge said, Blessing Njoh, you won this case. Did I just give that away? Well, I won. And congratulations to us. Anyways, I'm going to do that in this video. And thereafter, I will come back live whereby you guys can ask me questions. So that is going to be like the templates we are going to use to just make everything really structured and understandable for everybody. So again, please pay attention to everything that I'm going to show you guys in this video. I'm going to go off now and I'm just going to be uploading everything that you need to know with explanation. Some things are in English, but we got translators to put them over, certified translators, not just anybody, to put them over in English. Some of them are in Dutch. We're in Dutch. So I'll try my best to really explain. But if there are things in this video that you do not understand or that look tricky, shady, or whatever to you, or you feel like, no, I need more. My battery went off. Okay, so like I was saying, if there is anything you need clarification about after watching this video, please try to put them down. Try to write them somewhere or memorize them, because I will come live, on another day that I'm going to announce. I'll tell you guys when. When I go live, then you can ask me all those questions. So please pay attention to this video you're watching right now. Write down your questions or try to keep them at the back of your mind so that the next time I come back and do a live video, you can ask all your questions. So the live video will not be me still coming out to show you things, because I am showing everything in this video. But the live video will enable me go deeper into certain things and to just really answer your questions, and I will take calls. So yeah, that's it. And before I go, because now I'm going to start to upload everything and start to explain, but before I start to do that, let me thank everybody. God, I just don't think I am able to thank everybody enough, as much as everybody deserves. Everyone who has been supportive, everybody who has prayed, everybody who has just supported, sent out positive energy. I want to thank you so much for believing in me. I want to thank you for just being there. And I want to thank you guys, everybody, for the patience. It's been almost 2 years. Yes, it's been almost 2 years. So to get started, you guys know that I got the police involved, both here in the Netherlands and also in Belfast. When I come live, I will explain to you why I stopped to pursue the police case and just focused on the civil lawsuit. So when it was certain that that was what I was going to do, my lawyer let me know what he needed from me. He needed to have all of the statements that were defamatory, also the videos, the links, the timestamps. So I got to work. It took me approximately 3 months to collect all the evidence. I spent the rest of October, November, December just collating all the facts of the matter. I had to go to all of Monica's different channels, her YouTube, her Facebook pages, different pages that she used. And I had to sit down and watch every single video. I had to actually rewind back to June when it all started. You can imagine the amount of work. And I probably might have missed some videos, but I tried my best to watch everything that she did between June and December. So it was more or less me watching the videos and writing at what point she said what. And trust me, that is an immense amount of work to do. We're not talking one video, we're talking dozens and dozens of videos on end. So once I did that, I put all the links together, the timestamps and what was said. So I had to even interpret some of the things that she said in her local language and in Pidgin English, obviously. Once I got all of this, I submitted it to my lawyer, and then Christmas, New Year came, and by January 2023, my legal team put together everything that I had sent in, and they wrote a letter to both YouTube and Facebook. In the letter, we mentioned that we have tried to let this person know that they were going out of bounds and that we had sent them a cease and desist letter. We also requested for Facebook and YouTube to disseminate all information that is necessary to take legal action against Monica, such as her full legal names, her contact details, bank account details, as well as her IP address. And also that if any of the requested information is not given to us or is removed from their systems, that Facebook and YouTube are liable to the same extent as Monica for my damages. Finally, we asked for them to remove all the videos from their platforms. So from then, Facebook and my legal team started to go back and forth. And in that period also, Monica was still doing more videos. So I was still collecting more evidence. So it wasn't like the whole job stopped in those months. I was still uploading the data file of evidence and defamatory statements and all the links. I was still sending new stuff to be added to what we already had. So by June 2023, we were ready to send a summon to Monica. Once I got a copy for approval, we forwarded it to a translator because definitely would have to summon her in English. That is the official language spoken in the country where she resides. So by the 6th of July, we sent a letter to Monica informing her that we were starting proceedings and we were going to press charges. We also requested her to let us know which dates she would be available for court or which dates she would not be available to go to court. And when we didn't get a response from her, I believe after 5 days, we forwarded the summon to court in order to get a date for the actual hearing. So we got a hearing date for the 7th of November. So on the 27th of July, we informed Monica via email again, telling her about the 7th of November. We also sent a copy of the summon to her, which was 20 pages long. Apart from that, she was also served in person, which is, I believe, mandatory. Although many of you following this whole story already know that she came out to lie, that she didn't see anything, nobody came to her, she didn't get any service. But of course, there is picture proof of that. So on the 6th of November, which was a day before the hearing, we sent a letter to the court where we showed them a copy of all the efforts we had made to inform Monica about the hearing and how we served them and whatnot. So on the day of the hearing, which was the 7th of November, some of you even remember that I did a video asking what I should wear. So we went to court. I went to court. There was a no-show for Monica. She did not come. She did not send a lawyer to represent her. Now, our case was heard We tendered all of our evidence, and I was also asked some questions by the judge where I explained. They asked me if and how I know this person and what transpired, what led to all this saga, how it started, and I was able to really go into details and really explain to them the madness that we are dealing with. So it went really well, I must say, and we wanted to make some changes to our demands. Some of the things that we were requesting for, we wanted to make some adjustments. So because of that, court was adjourned to the 13th of November. So for that second hearing, I wasn't requested to be there in person, and Monica wasn't also requested to be there in person, because it would have just been a case where my lawyer would present his reasons for wanting to make alterations. Eventually, our request got approved, and a new date had to be scheduled again for another hearing where all the new facts and all the alterations would be discussed. So for that new hearing again, that would happen afterwards, we had to go through the entire process for the second time. So all the process of informing Monica of a new hearing, serving her in person, asking her for which dates should be available and which dates should not be available, asking for a new hearing date from court. We just had to go through everything. Eventually, a new date was set for the 23rd of January, 2024. I really hope that everybody's following the story so far. So the purpose of that second hearing was for us to come and expatiate on what grounds we are making these demands that we are making. Going back to where we were, on the 27th of November, we informed Monica that we were making alterations to our demands and pending notice of service, and that a new court date was for the 23rd of January. So eventually, on the 14th of December 2023, Monica was served in person. And again, we have photo proof of that. Many companies in the UK that handle things like this wear a body cam. So again, just like we did during the first hearing, we contacted the court on the 11th of January, informing them of all the efforts we had made to inform Monica about the upcoming hearing. We sent a copy of the letter that was sent to Monica and picture proof of how she was served in person and everything that the court needed to know, that we had adequately informed her of the hearing. So on the 23rd of January, the hearing came, and the hearing went quite well. It was even faster than the first one. And the beautiful thing about the hearing was that we were able to use that second hearing to show the judge that this person has not stopped. So all the videos that she did after that first hearing, where she was like, "Oh, blessing, you're lying. You never served me. Where is my koboko? Where is my koboko? You're lying. Nothing is happening in court." And then she did a new series of defamation, saying that God go punish your lawyer, the judge, no go school, all those things. It was even new evidence for us to present that this person is unrelenting. This person is not ready to stop. And I can clearly remember the look on the face of the judge that, whoa, this person truly is stubborn. So that really gave me confidence that things were going to go in our direction, to know that this person is just defying the rule of law. Finally, on the 9th of February, we got the verdict. And I'm going to be clear here. When the judgment came, we were more or less expecting it. We knew we had a good case. We had a very solid case. We had very strong evidence to back up our claims. And also, I had a very potent legal team. So I'm going to say that most of our demands were granted, except one. The points that were granted were: Monica was ordered to delete all the videos. The court also prohibits her to post any such videos, which for me is a win. Prohibiting someone from ever doing this thing means putting them more or less on a gag order. In other words, we can always use this verdict against her whenever she makes any similar posts in future. The court also ordered her to make a rectification. Usually you would hear people in such cases, they would demand for an apology, a public apology, and I insisted to my lawyer that her apology is a curse. I do not want her apology, but I would prefer for her to rectify. That was granted, and the monetary part of it was also partially granted. Let me explain that. If Monica does not comply to the demands set out in this judgment, she would face a penalty of €100 per day. So for every single day that passes without her complying to any of the orders stipulated in this judgment, she would be owing me €100. And finally, she was also ordered to pay the court fees. Now, the only part of our demand that was not granted was immaterial damages. That was denied. But for me, this is a win. This is a major win. Finally, she got 8 weeks to make an appeal, which she did not do. So we were not even going to wait for 8 weeks to come and go. My legal team immediately swung into action, because on the 12th of March, we contacted Facebook and YouTube and we sent them a copy of the verdict. informing them of the court ruling and that the content had been determined unlawful and must be removed. Let me just explain what happened from that moment onwards. On the 20th of March, Facebook replied and they told us that 7 videos had been disabled from Monica's pages. So we still went on to demand YouTube to completely remove the videos, and that if they didn't oblige, YouTube themselves should provide us dates that they are not able to attend a court hearing, that we would pursue criminal proceedings against YouTube for defying a court order and facilitating extremely defamatory statements. So on the 16th of April this year, we sent another letter to Facebook because they only disabled 7 videos. Out of all the videos, all the links we sent them, 7 was just not good enough. And you might be wondering, okay, Blessing, the judge already gave an order. Why were you people still going back and forth with YouTube and Facebook? Because we were not going to leave everything up to Monica to do, because we anticipated that she would not comply. So we were still working on our own. So again, on the 16th of April, we contacted Facebook and, we were not happy that it was only 7 videos that they disabled. A week later, on the 23rd of April, Facebook replied us. They told us that they had restricted access in the Netherlands to the content that we reported on 11 videos. So on top of the 7 videos that they initially disabled, they still went ahead and restricted access on 11 videos. Guys, you're not going to believe that this back and forth is still going on between my legal team and Facebook. Now, back to the verdict, back to the judgment that granted us. Let us talk about the monetary aspect, the 100 euros per day. Well, yes, money is truly involved. So how much are we talking about? How many days have passed since then? For this video not to get too long, I'm going to come back with a part 2, and then we are going to focus on that money aspect. How much money are we looking at? And I just pray that it doesn't take me another year to come back with that video. But hopefully very soon, I'm going to give us an update on the money. So this particular video is just to give us more insight into why the whole case took so long, why it was so stretched, and all the activities that happened in between. So it was not just us dragging Monica to court. It was also us against Facebook, us against YouTube. So during that period, it wasn't just wise for me to come and start saying things. But now that the case is over, at least to a certain extent, I can share this much with you and also leave you with that message that going to court is really not easy. It is definitely not a piece of pie, but I'm glad that after all said and done, we came out victorious. Finally, I also remember I mentioned that a reporter was there in court and that this case made it to the news, at least here in the Netherlands. So here is a screenshot of that news article. Follow this page so that you do not miss all the juicy extra details that are going to come. Thank you all so very much. Each and every one of you, you are amazing. I remain Blessing Njoh, and I will catch you all on my next live video. Bye.